What's up, everybody? Cloudchord here. I'm back. It's been a minute because I've been on tour. I've done like well over 20 gigs so far this year, and it's only May. So that's pretty exciting. But a few weeks back, I had a few days off and I kind of went on a tirade of making new amp templates, which have done pretty well on my YouTube channel. So be on the lookout because I'm going to be rolling a bunch of these out over the next month. Today we're going to start with the Ambient Amps. We'll be doing some Suhr guitar amps, some rock and roll things, some neo soul things. So be sure to like and subscribe and turn your notifications on. Alright, so let's dig into these ambient amps. I'm going to show you them on my guitar and on a Rhodes or keyboard, and then some specialty uses like on a drum break. So here we go. Alright, so let's walk through these presets. If you have Ableton Live Suite 11.1, you are good to go with all of these. If you don't, you're going to be emailing me going, "It didn't work, bro." So let's check these out. The reset is just a clean sound. Space dust. What's happening here? Let's hear it. So what this is just a whole bunch of delay with our delay feedback at 50%. So it's ringing out. And then this octave up knob. And what that is the grain delay right here that's pitched up an octave. And that's what gives us our sound. If I turn that off, it doesn't have that high octave shimmer. It's still nice though. So if you wanted to take off the grain delay, you could do this. And then don't forget, you can hit new and it creates a new snapshot. And that could be space dust without space, no grain delay. Boom. And there it is. You made a new preset. Very cool, right? All right, let's look at Orange Moon. So you notice that with each one of these snapshots, all my macros change right here and it creates a new sound. So this one has a lot of the feedback on almost 100% on our delay, which means it's going to ring out forever. It's a little darker. If you don't like that, you can roll up this high cut to a higher frequency. And now let's try it here. And if it's ringing out too much for your taste, bring this delay feedback down. It'll be more manageable. So these are really cool for sound design. You know, it's using your guitar as a pad, if you will. Or let's hear Comet. This is kind of neat. All right, so this is using both Spectral Time and then the LFO with the Redux. And that is all mapped to this macro called Spectral Trails, right? So I can just hit a single note. You can hear all that Redux. If I turn it down, it's totally different, right? So yeah, that's the combination of the Redux with the LFO and then Spectral Time. Next one up is called Wiggle. So it's a tremolo with a whole bunch of delay feedback and a little bit of our grain delay on, a little bit of phaser. And the freezer. It's the freezer here. If I turn the freezer off, see, it goes away. So let's look at what the freezer is. Freezer's here at the end of the chain, and in the wet chain, it is a reverb device with the freeze knob on going through an auto pan. And also, if you want a little bit dirtier, you can turn on the erosion. So what's that sound like with the erosion on? Yeah, a lot dirtier. Hear that? Just keeps building and building too, right? And that's why we have the reset button. A couple more. Space Cops. Now we're going to get into this macro called Sirens. Neat. So what that is our chorus here on the vibrato setting, and it's got a triangle wave. So if you mess with that Sirens macro, and literally the chorus turns off. And the way that you can map that, if you go into your macro mapping and you click on this button here, the on off, that'll show you the device turns on 1. So you turn it all the way to the left, the knob, and it turns off. So Space Cops gives us this vibrato setting on the chorus. Kind of wild. And one more, we got Please Stay. This is a real nice Brian Eno-esque sound, if you will. It'll keep going and going. So it's using the freezer and a little bit of the grain delay on the octave up. And just remember, if you're playing with this and you like what you have but you want a little bit less sustain, you can turn the freezer knob down as well as the delay feedback. So that's the gist there. Let's try it real quick on a Rhodes setting. Let's try the wiggle. How does that sound? It's got a little bit of freezer. It's got the grain delay an octave up. What if I want to add some siren to it? That's pretty wild, huh? All right, reset zeroes it out. Let's try the Comet. That's pretty nice for like single notes. You know, you could use that as sound design in the background. So all kinds of cool applications for that on not just guitar. What if I put these ambient amps on a drum break, right? So let's listen to the amp without anything. That's what it sounds like dry. That's a Freddie Joachim drum break. Super dope. Freddie, email me back. I want to make a beat together. All right, so when I was trying the amps out, it was a little much. So what I decided to do was create a second chain that didn't have the amp on. So I have a wet and a dry, right? So now I can just slowly creep in some of these ambient amps. So check this out. So we get phasing too. It's a cool effect, right? So let's listen to a couple others. How about Space Dust? Space Cops. Orange Moon. So, kind of cool in some uses, especially if you tweak the dry and wet knobs. So hope that helps. Like and subscribe. New amps dropping soon, as well as some other tutorials. And follow me on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Hope you have a wonderful summer or winter if you live in Australia. All right, see you next time. Peace.